And how is it going, everyone? And welcome to... wait for it. Wait for it because I don't think I need to say it. R4. Ridge Racer Type 4, which is the fourth game, obviously, as you will expect from the title. In the Ridge Racer franchise, at least the main console games, and the last one that released on the PS1. Again, at least of the main games. So this game is the first Ridge Racer that is actually, somewhat oriented more in story. It has a lot of dialogue. And for the most part, it's more based on that than it is on gameplay. So it might take a little bit to get through some of these stories, but I mean, it's not like the dialogue is visual novel tier. It's relatively short, but it's still there. And for some reason you select things with circle, even though this is the English version. For some reason...
Welcome to the Real Racing Roots 99 Grand Prix.
99. Yeah.
Here are the rules of competition for this Grand Prix.
Though this game released in 98, as far as I know. That's a little bit weird.
Stages 1 and 2 each consist of 2 races, while the final round consists of 4 races.
Yes.
You have 4 chances to advance through each race. You must finish within a qualifying position to advance through.
Basically, first hit requires third position, second requires second, and last one requires first, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, if you lose all your continues, you fucking die. Oh, it says it right here. Well, there you have it. Very self-explanatory.
And finally, a first place finish is required for all 4 races.
That's messed up.
To win the Grand Prix, you must advance through the first 2 stages and place first in all 4 races.
You already say that, thanks, but I think we knew that. Oh, it's called Real Racing Roots, the tournament. That's why it's 3 R's, and that's why this is the flag. Those don't really look like R's though, but it's okay. So here is the thing. These teams that show up here are actually the difficulty. Basically each one has its own story, but basically the one you pick is, well, you can see it up there where it says tuning. Tuning in reality just means the difficulty, it doesn't mean anything else. And basically, yeah, you have an American team, a French team, a Japanese one, and an Italian one. Well, you can see their stories there. Basically, these ones are a new team. This is supposed to be the best team that is always winning. This is supposed to be a newbie team that sucks. And this is supposed to be a washed up team that used to be good, but it's not anymore. The most standard story is the Japanese one, and also probably the one recommended for starting. I mean, it's the one that you can select by default. I don't really want to do the French one because it's very easy, but you know. Let's just go for the Japanese now, and then let's do the rest. And this guy is the, well, the manager, whatever it's supposed to be. He's an asshole. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything in case anyone cares about the story, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, the manager, that's what he is. But yeah, this guy shit talks me like crazy. Oh, and this is the other thing that you have to choose. So, you could choose the car But basically, every team really has one manufacturer that it's supposed to be based on them. You can even see the country that they are supposedly from. So in this case, we will have to pick this Terrassi thing. So yeah, I mean, you can pick anyone you want, but yeah, you usually will pick the ones that belong to each country, just for more, you know, authenticity, I guess, for the story. And this one is called Ambitious, the car. But yeah, it's Grip. Hey Kyle, how is it going? We are about to start the Grand Prix. And this car that I pick is basically, you see that there is drift and grip style, just like the previous game basically. So this one is grip style, which means that it should be easy to turn. But if I'm not mistaken, in this game, drifting is a lot easier than in the previous one. So it's not that bad, but it's still harder than just turn. I saw this game in a review, the guy praised the aesthetic of the game. What this game is very good at is like, believe it or not, the story and the characters are very well done. The aesthetic is obviously very cool too, but I think that most of the strengths come from the whole characterization, you know. 2 laps. Oh wow, blocking me just like that. Shamelessly blocking. It's also only 2 laps, by the way. But yeah, it's a cool game. A lot of people have this game as their favorite Ridge Racer game. I personally don't agree, but that's because I grew up with Ridge Racer. I mean, the gameplay is not bad, and in fact it can get very hard later on. But, you know, it usually is very, you know, doesn't have anything substantially new in terms of gameplay, really. The whole art direction in this thing looks good. Yeah, the art direction at least is something that is very unified. A modernist TV commercial. Yeah, I mean, it's basically supposed to emulate the feeling of that pop culture kinda. That pop culture in the, you know, well, in the basically the end of the 90s. This game, I'm pretty sure, released in 1998, but the game takes place in 1999 for some reason. Well, for some reason, it has a reason for that, but you know. No spoilers. No spoilers. Spoilers not allowed. Also, depending on how you perform in the first races, and I think depending on how many continues you use, you will get a different car at the end of each heat. So, even though I could end 3rd place now, it's better to perform the best I can so I will get better cars. Not like it really matters that much, because if you get a worse car, it's not like it's gonna affect you greatly, because everyone else is gonna have the same category of car as you. But it's better to unlock the fastest ones to be, like, you know, more clean. You qualified. Of course I qualified. What were you expecting? Yeah, a pat on your head and a cookie will be nice. You know, the funny thing is that no matter what position you get in that race, the guy shit talks you like crazy. The guy is an asshole, but you know, he has his reasons. He has his reasons to be an asshole, but it's okay. Also, as I was saying before, the music in this game is actually not terrible, which is always pretty nice. It's always a very cool thing when the music doesn't suck, you know? I mean, at least this is music that you could listen to casually and you wouldn't mind. I mean, it's very good ambient music. I mean, the one that I probably wouldn't call the ambient music is the last race track, which is very intense. It's cool though, it's not a bad one, but wouldn't really listen to it in the background is what I'm trying to say. Also, differently from the previous game, the physics in this game are not really all over the place. So that's also another positive thing. I mean, I didn't mind Rage Racer physics. You can tell that they were quite weird at times. I say quite weird because I'm generous, but you know. I mean, pretty much I got used to them, so I didn't really care. But yeah. In this game, it's not like you have realistic physics or anything like that. But, you know, at least they are more... They make more sense. The guy is there. Can I get first place? I might be able to, but I'm not sure. I'm not even seeing the second place. So the interesting thing is that the announcer shares a lot of lines with the announcer of the previous game. Which, you know, it's fine. But basically a completely different announcer. Now, something that I probably must say is that one of the reasons why I didn't really get into this game as a kid that much, even though I had this game. I had this game, but probably a reason why I didn't get into it that much might be because I couldn't understand the dialogue. If I could understand the dialogue, I probably would have loved it. Well, it doesn't help that the one I had was the Japanese version, so... I mean, that wouldn't make a difference. I wouldn't understand English either back then. But yeah, having the Japanese version doesn't help. That's for sure. Because obviously, as you will expect, the whole dialogue is in Japanese. Yeah. Thankfully, they actually bothered to translate this one. Unlike Ace Combat 3. Ace Combat 3 never got localized. This one did, but that's probably because of the lack of voice acting. Since this has no voice acting, it's usually not a problem. But yeah. So these guys say that I will surprise him if I get first place. So what you gonna do now? Are you gonna eat my shit? I will thank the crew, but I'm not gonna thank your sorry ass. That's for sure. Save, yes. There you go. Wonder how many memory card blocks this shit takes. Because, you know, back then memory cards had a specific block size that wasn't necessarily fully related to its actual size, you know. Wow, that's a very ugly card. Jesus Christ. What is this shit? What the fuck? Wild boar? Well, it's definitely as ugly as a boar, and definitely as wild. What is this? Motorcycle? What the fuck? I didn't remember that car. I mean, I remember that some cars were super exotic, but not this early. Oh, so as you can see, like, as you can see by this dialogue, that car that we got was the best because we got first place in the 2 races. If we hadn't gotten first place, we would have gotten a slower car and he would have said it as well. So it actually changes a lot depending on how you perform. Yeah, nice shape, I agree. Oh, get him, kid. Oh, yeah. This is, by the way, the story mode with the Japanese team is like pretty much my favorite story mode of the 4. The French one sucks. The USA one is whatever. The Italian one is cool, I gotta admit though. Yeah, man. It looks even uglier from behind, dude. What the fuck am I driving? What is this? How could they birth this monstrosity? And even worse, how could my crew members even buy this shit? Also, what are the physics of this car? How will this car properly turn to the left and the right? Having this shape. Ooh, that was super close. I didn't crash, but barely. Yeah, as you can see here, the music is very chassis. And that's usually the vibe of the whole game, really. I will say that it's a very nostalgic game by the fact that, as I said, it's very based on the pop culture that was, well, pop at that point in time, at the end of the 90s. I mean, kinda like, you know, games like Marvel vs. Capcom, right? That's the vibe of this game, pretty much. You know, I mean, you could say that this is probably one of the strongest PS1 games, I would say. Despite not being my favorite, it definitely is one of those games that, if you had to represent the PS1 and a good lineup of games it had, you will bring this one. Definitely bring this one. I feel that obviously I will bring Ace Combat 2 as well. Yeah. So I still feel that it's quite surprising that this is probably the most remembered Ridge Racer game. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you know, I never heard anyone talk about any of the previous Ridge Racers, basically. Like, it's like this one is their Ridge Racer game. Oh, you suck of shit. I might not be able to overtake him again. Well, there is one more corner before the end, so maybe... Oh, and this is such a big corner, yeah, never mind. Wow, that was barely enough. Nice. Got your ass. That corner was so wide that it was impossible not to overtake, basically. So yeah, get fucked. And also in this game, the cars actually appear in the replay, you know. The cars actually exist. As you can see, the guy is starting to warm up to us. And he starts bringing up a guy called Giuliano. You got me? Yes, I got you. In Yokohama, huh? We are in the home turf. The good thing is that in this game there aren't many tracks that are super complex, as you know it was in the previous games. Like the previous games were absolutely full of corners everywhere, and very narrow ones at that. This game usually has a more a more circle-like shape for the circuits.
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. I also been thinking, I'm not sure if the next game that I should play should be Gran Turismo. Because I've been getting tempted, right? Every time I remember Gran Turismo, I just get tempted, because I remember that Gran Turismo is a super fun game. But the problem is, if I start playing Gran Turismo, you know how long that game is? The game is very long. We're talking about a game that, you know, can take multiple days to beat. Now, obviously, it's not like I need to do absolutely everything, but it feels like if you play a game like Gran Turismo, you will want to do everything, you know, kinda. You will kinda want to do everything. But, you know. I mean... Well, I could probably ask you, Kyle, since you played it, like, you know, probably, I mean, you probably played it some time ago, but you probably played it before, I mean, after I did, so you probably remember it better, but how long are the PS1 Gran Turismos? Because if it's anything like Gran Turismo 4, which is the one that... Well, I actually don't remember that much of Gran Turismo 4 either. Clearly the one that I remember the most is Gran Turismo 6. But you know, I don't know. Oh, that's very bad. That jump really fucked me up. if I might be able to win this one though. That might be a problem. Well, the second place is already there. All licenses, all races. I mean, licenses don't really matter because those are just doing test runs in circuits. I mean, having all licenses is required to beat the game, whether you like it or not. So, you know. Oh, that was very bad. It's okay though. Where is the first place though? I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. What the fuck did the announcer just say? Looks like he says something in Elvish. The announcer an elf? Well, at least we got first place. Oh, that guy is pretty close though. A little bit close. I never did the licenses cause wait, but you need to do the licenses. I mean, there are some races that require having the licenses. I mean, isn't that the whole point of the licenses anyway? Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Or am I mistaken it? I'll say they are longish games. I remember seeing lots of racers and events. Yeah. This guy finally recognized my driving ability. Look at that. Stand behind me 100%. Look at how happy he is. Look at that smile. Ear to ear smile just like that. Yes. I didn't 100% the simulation mode. I see. Yeah, I do remember them being long games, that's for sure. It's just that I still think that... Well, I should try it. I mean, after all, if the first one is too long, we can forget about the second one, probably. Okay, this car actually has some basis on reality. Like this car, there are some Formula cars, like for example, there is one car called Formula B that looks very similar to this. Well, except for the driver's seat that it doesn't have that cover, but this is normal. Like, this is a relatively normal looking racing car, you know. There are also others like Formula Skip Barber, you know, that look like that as well. And as you can see, this guy says that we got the best one. And Wicked. Kid. Yeah, don't worry about it. As you can see, like, I mean, just look at the shape of the tracks and you will see that they are all very, very simple. Like, they are all some very simple tracks. Oh look, Pac-Man. Pac-Man, and I think Dig Dug is next to him, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
This is a very small track. Or at least the map looks very small. Are we gonna have enough time to even win this? Well, I think that the opponents are supposed to be very close to us, so maybe... Oof, nice. Ooh, that was close, nice. It's a new record. On the bright side, if I'm not mistaken, this company, Terrassi, has the ugliest cars. So when we get to another one of the story modes, fuck. I got distracted. When we go to the other story modes and we pick other cars, it's not gonna look as bad as this. I mean, you can see the other cars right there. That's how they are gonna look like. They actually look like more regular cars. I mean, this one looks like, as I said, a regular car, just that it's a little bit out of place. I don't know, it's kind of like, I mean, bringing a Formula car to what looks like a shitty 3 car race, I mean, or something like that, looks a little bit ridiculous. I mean, imagine, I don't know, going to 24 hours of Le Mans and you bring a Formula 1. It's that sort of thing, you know. You wouldn't bring a Formula 1 to Le Mans for a 24-hour endurance event. Same way you wouldn't bring this thing to a race like this, you know. Gonna be famous? This fat? I mean, this is 1998, well, 99. I'm pretty sure emails already existed, like... Oh, but this is Japan. Oh, that's right, I'm in the Japanese theme. I almost forgot. Almost forgot that this is the Japanese team. They still use FATs even today, so don't worry about it. Also, interesting name. PRC. Oh, and it's Reiko. Reiko is the girl that was in the previous game. The one that used to... Well, actually, it's the one that is right here. The one that is in every Ridge Racer game. The one that holds the sign before the race starts. And the one that was supposedly the announcer in the previous game. It's pretty much the master... Yeah, that's Reiko. That's Indy Reiko. Okay. So this track has a very fucked up corner right in the middle. That left corner, that's gonna fuck me up. Well, actually it has two. It has that one and the one after that. Well, that's gonna be a problem. But I'll try to not get fucked by it if it's possible. That will be cool. I mean, I probably need to full brake here. Well, I probably could have done it faster than that, really. I got a little bit scared. Yeah, you can kinda do it better. The interesting thing is that in this game, like, I'm using grip, I'm not drifting, or at least not drifting by this game's standards. but the not drift still kinda looks like a drift, you know? It's just one of those things. I don't even remember how to drift in this game. It probably was similar to how you do it in Rage Racer, probably, but I do remember it being different. It was a lot faster as well, unlike Rage Racer. Rage Racer, the drift makes you lose a lot of time for free, basically. That was a good corner. On the right side? Yeah. Oh, you sack of shit. Are you kidding me? That guy closed me right when I was about to get to the corner. That's illegal, by the way. Do that in a real race and you're gonna get yourself and your whole team penalized for being a bitch. That's fucked up. Can you believe that? He blocked me when he almost was right next to me. You can't do that shit. I mean, he can do that, like normally in a real race you could do that, but you will have to do it a lot sooner, because otherwise you're pretty much just blocking me. And blocking is not allowed, not like that at least. Damn, this asshole is not letting me pass, huh? Well, at least after the next corner there is a very long straight, so we should be able to overtake him there, I will assume. I will hope. Or not. Damn it. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I overtook him there. Okay. I'm really glad that some of these corners are so wide. At least they are very wide compared to Rage Racer. In Rage Racer, most of the whole track was insanely narrow. In this game, you have a lot of room to overtake, usually. And at least the penalty for crashing is not that bad. And here comes... the dick sucking. But yeah, this is when we start to know about this guy's past. Start to know this guy's past and his relation with this guy called Giuliano. From what I'm reading, GT2 has like 600 races. 600 races, huh? We're talking about the GT mode, right? Because I'm not interested in arcade mode. Like, if I play Gran Turismo, I will play only the GT mode. Because I feel like that's the fun part of the Gran Turismos. Are we talking about 600 races in that mode? Which is realistic, actually, but just wanted to make sure. Damn, these corners are fucked up. I think that this might be one of the only tracks in the game that is that has such unforgiving corners like this, and so many of them. You can see that even the shape of the track is quite peculiar. In fact, this shape is kinda similar to... I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but isn't there a real-life circuit that is super similar to this, called Hungaroring? The track that is in Hungary, that is used for Formula 1. And that was a very good corner. Okay. The problem is that I'm 5th place. Can I win this? Hopefully. That's the only corner that I fucked up. The rest of the corners I've been able to do them more or less without trouble. Nice. Doing the corner super well. And just as I say that, see, that's why you you don't judge your performance until you finish the fucking race. It's okay, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, Heaven and Hell is the name of this track. Wonder if Guilty Gear released by the time this game released, because I don't remember when the first Guilty Gear released. I'm pretty sure it did at that time, right? I mean, this game is 1998. I don't remember when the very first Guilty Gear released. The first Guilty Gear is super old. I don't know if it's older than 1998, really. Beautiful. That was very well. Very, very good, I mean. Simulation mode and 42 tracks or so. All of them are Laguna Seca. What you mean all of them are Laguna Seca? Come on. You know that the first Gran Turismos had more original circuits than real-life circuits, right? I don't remember that many real-life circuits in the first Gran Turismos. I think they were more original ones than real. But yeah, Yasaki. So this is when the story gets emotional. I also really like that the dialogue is always affected by how you perform. Like that part that he says he's blown away by my 3 perfect wins, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have said that if I had lost one of them and used a continue. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Laguna Seca appearing a lot. Well, it's a good circuit. I mean, it's a pretty cool circuit. And this is the fastest car. Well, the fastest Terrassi car, that is. Well, the fastest Terrassi car that you can use in this GP, I mean. It's called Destroyer. I mean, it looks like it will, like a racing prototype car will look, really, but you know, still a little bit has some artifacts that make it stand out. And you know, remember Kyle when you linked me that that form that said what was your favorite ending? I was between the one that I eventually picked and this one. This one that is about to happen. Like this ending, I mean, you might look at it, well, again, no spoilers. No spoilers allowed. And this is a remix of the intro song that actually has lyrics. And this is supposed to be the oval track, which is not really an oval, but it doesn't have any complex turns. Or, well, overly complex turns, I mean. Wow, that was very bad. Didn't know how to... that's probably not gonna allow me to win now. Unless the other cars shove like crazy, I don't think I'm gonna win with that mistake. That was a very big mistake. I mean, to be fair, that asshole got in the way. What you wanted me to do. 4 laps to go. Indeed. Right or left? No, left. Left. Left! Well, these were 3rd place by the half of the race, so we might be able to win, but I'm not sure. I don't think, at least in this story mode, I don't think victory is actually that hard to get, since this is supposed to be normal difficulty after all, so... I don't think, like, you can fuck up like I did and you should still be able to win. Definitely in the hardest story mode, you wouldn't be able to do it. Also notice that this is the night before the millennium. This is the 31st of December of 1999. Well, you can see by the sign by the finish line that says 2000. And we're about to be in the new millennium. Overtake this moron. The problem is that this is such a bad place to overtake. Ooh, that was close. There was no collision, but how do I overtake this guy? From the left? Probably. I shouldn't have brake there. I messed up. I'm not gonna win. Damn it! That's fucked up. How anticlimactic. Fuck me. It's okay, we have another chance. But damn, that was very anticlimactic. I remember the Amash, Yami never did his. Yami wouldn't put the effort to do that, come on. Don't you know Yami? He wouldn't do that. Damn it, I can't believe that I actually lost. It was quite upsetting. That, you know, losing there actually changes the final dialogue. Like, if you win every race without losing a single time, you get a dialogue like, you broke a world record or whatever, right? That's a shame that I didn't. But it was my fault. At the end I shouldn't have used the brakes. I used the brakes, but it's not necessary. Not for this corners, at least. It's completely unnecessary. Especially that one, dude. That's the worst part. Had I not used the brake right there, I would have won. Obviously, it didn't need to be that close either, if it wasn't for the first mistake. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's pretty funny. I mean, I know that it's obviously for story reasons. It's pretty funny how the tournament organization needs that you need to get first place to qualify on the last Grand Prix, right? Now, you know, if the only way to qualify is to get first place, how the fuck do the other cars qualify? They shouldn't. You know? How the fuck are they qualifying? They shouldn't be able. Cross the finish line. Well, you said it on the... Uh-oh. Oh, that was a fuck up. Oh, this guy is right there. Are you kidding me that I'm actually not gonna win because of that? I'm fucking stupid. I don't believe it. Are you shitting me? It's like I'm sandbagging. I'm sandbagging to not make the other idiots feel bad. Because, you know, they might feel bad if I destroy them too much. So obviously in a circuit like this, losing speed at any portion of the circuit means that you're gonna obviously not get first place, well, not get first place, but like lose a lot of time. And when you lose a lot of time, you most likely won't get first place. But yeah, it's basically because it's pretty much a a full speed circuit. You are not meant to brake. So obviously if you crash, my manager might be biting his own shirt or something with how stupidly I'm losing. But it's okay, don't worry about it. Damn. You know, the worst part is that this is pretty much the easiest circuit in the game. So losing here kinda like requires some talent. Like you need to be talented to lose here. No, I don't think anyone can just lose here. You actually need some talent for that. It seems that I have the talent for that. It really requires some talent for sure. Alright. It's still funny because you pretty much overtake this guy. You still have 2 laps, but you crash once and all that advantage is non-existent. This guy's right. Oh, 2000. I wonder how people, because I mean, I was born, in 1996, so I was alive by 2000. Obviously I was a kid, so I didn't know what was going on. I wonder how people receive the 2000s. I mean, I heard that there was a very big celebration worldwide, obviously. And obviously the fact that, you know, a lot of computer sectors try to cash in the idea that computers will stop working in the new millennium. But, you know, for the most part, it would have been nice to be there. And this is what should have happened. God damn it. Happy New Year. There you go. Damn it. Can't believe that it took 2 attempts to beat the easiest track in the game. Really takes a specific kind of moron to do that.
Racing team wins. You guys really came out of nowhere. Sorry, but we've never even heard of you before. Heck, I bet no one even cared about your team until today. You must have been sweating bullets on this race since you've never had to fight in first place. You showed us some smooth moves out there that ought to earn you some RBFECT. The combination of your awesome driving skills and your crack Japanese crew was lethal, man. What teamwork! Now, no one can say they don't know a thing about you. Congratulations, Pac Racing Team!
I like how the announcer basically doesn't give a fuck. And this wasn't even the worst of the dialogues that he has at the end. Like here, he tells you, like, nobody cared about you before this tourney, but there is another one that they say everyone thought that you were washed up, just like that. I don't think an announcer can say that, you know? Don't think that's allowed. But we got the trophy. There it is. Don't know why it has that shape, but you know, there is that. Isn't Crybaby a whole world? Oh yeah. And here comes the epilogue, the emotional epilogue, the ending. which is basically the manager talking. How beautiful. So begin the legacy of the People's Republic of China. Why did they decide on that name though? Did they make it on purpose just to piss the Japanese people off or what? You know, that was, to me, the first time I got to this ending, like, it was super emotional, because it's like, you know, it's a believable story, you know, something that could happen. You know, the manager being an ex-driver that because of an accident with his teammate got the teammate killed. He retired from racing and became a manager from the shadows. And then he learns that one of the rival teams is basically the father of Giuliano. And he gets all nostalgic and shit. I really like this ending the first time I played it. It's a shame that I couldn't perfect the whole thing. Like, I feel... Well, the only thing that changes is the dialogue at the end. Like, he tells you that you broke a new record or whatever. Doesn't change the ending or anything like that, but it adds that new line that makes you feel good. I don't know if the trophy changes, because you get different trophies depending on how you play the game. So I think that trophy is like that because of how I play. Like, if I had played differently, I think the trophy would have been different. I'm not sure though. But this game has a lot of that, a lot of possible combinations. I mean, it basically has literally hundreds of combinations for cars. Because you can pick a team, and that team can pick any car. So you basically have, first of all, that. Every team with every car combination, which already, since they are 4 and 4, it probably is around 30. Right? And then you have the different upgrades of each car, and each upgrade depends on your performance. And again, multiply this by the amount of teams there are and the amount of manufacturers there are. So basically there are so many combinations of cars possible in this game. Not to mention that there are additional cars even after the Grand Prix. As it's usual for Ridge Racer, you actually have extra cars that I can try to do it now. I don't know if it's a better idea to leave all the extra cars for last, or try to beat it now that I feel my car fresh. Like, now that I have practice with this car. If I'm not mistaken, the challenge for Terrassi is actually easy. I think. I'm not sure, but I think that the challenge for the Terrassi car is actually an easy one. I should be able to do it not without much trouble. What I don't remember is if the extra cars also change depending on what car you use. But I think they are all the same. Like, what changes, I think, is the manufacturer. No, not the manufacturer, but like the team. Like, for example, if I use this team but I use something like Assoluto, for example, which is another manufacturer, I think the extra card will be different because of that combination of Assoluto and the Japanese team. It will probably give me something different. So yeah, basically, if you want to 100% this game, it's impossible. Like, you will have to be literally hundreds of hours playing this game, beating it over and over again with any combination possible, basically. So yeah, that new game mode. Wait, first of all, let me save, because I think that there was one time that I forgot to save and I lost one car when I play this game. There is also this Poke Station thing that apparently was like some PSP thingy. Yeah. Hey Ashi, how is it going? I don't think I can emulate the Nintendo 64, so I don't think that will be possible. I mean, I'm basically playing these games because emulating PlayStation 1 is so easy. But I don't think that it's a good idea to try to emulate the Nintendo 64. Because I don't think it's gonna have very good compatibility, but I could try. So basically here, we pick this card that is the last one, and here we should... yeah, it's a trial against the extra card. But it's in shooting hoops, so it's not the truck I thought it was. Or is it? Oh yeah, it is, never mind. This is shooting hoops. Because you can tell the extra cards are as weird as ever. Like, this thing looks like a rocket. Yeah, this thing looks like a rocket, as you can see. It's quite funny because of that. And there was something that I don't remember here. Like, I don't remember if I needed a specific strategy to beat this car or not. Because these things are actually hard, like they are not like the Grand Prix. I think this one didn't have any mystery. I think like you're just supposed to to get to the end and overtake him, and that's it. There is nothing out of the ordinary, but I'm not sure. My brain tells me that I needed to do something special to this, and I wish I could remember what. Because you can see, I don't think I'm getting any closer to this guy. And I'm not making any mistakes, so... Well, the other thing that I could try is picking manual transmission. I don't know if in this game it makes a difference to use manual transmission like it does in some of the previous Ridge Racers, but it wouldn't be bad to give it a try. It feels like I cannot even reach this guy. But then again, using manual transmission in this particular circuit, I don't think that's gonna have any impact whatsoever. I think that I am getting closer, but I don't know, dude. Am I getting closer? I don't think I'm getting closer. I probably need to cut the corners as much as I can. He does feel a little bit closer, but such a weird ass car that I can't tell if I'm close or not. But yeah, I think what you're supposed to do is to go in the inner side of the corners to cut them, because otherwise I don't think you can reach him. Especially this one. I think that one is the one that he goes the most open. Well, if we do that, we are not gonna beat him, that's for sure. Just call me Aishi. There is Project 64. What most people use to play Nintendo 64 games. Want to see a Ridge Racer 64 full playthrough, but like done the right way? Well, but that's the problem. I know that there is a 64 emulator, but for what I heard, it doesn't have very good compatibility. Like, yeah, you can play games like Mario 64, but I think that a less known game like Ridge Racer 64 probably wouldn't have the same amount of compatibility, I think. I don't know though, I could try. I mean, I didn't even know Ridge Racer 64 existed, to be honest with you. Like, is it a port of another Ridge Racer game, or what is it about? Because I really never heard of it. I mean, the Ridge Racer games I played are basically the 4 PS1 Ridge Racers, the one on the PS Vita, the one on the PlayStation 3, which is Ridge Racer 7, and a free-to-play Ridge Racer on mobile. Those are the only Ridge Racers I played. So I didn't play 64. I don't know about this, dude. Like, can I overtake him before the finish? Because if I cannot overtake him like this, and I'm doing like the best I can, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna overtake him. Yeah, I mean, judging by this distance, by the next lap, I should overtake him. Shouldn't be a problem. The problem is how I'm gonna overtake him. Or maybe here? This is gonna be uncomfortable. Okay, I overtook him there. Where is that? So I'm pretty sure that on the previous run, I probably wouldn't have won because of the way I took the corners. Since here I'm taking them from the inner side, trying to do the fastest racing line possible. It's not a problem. He's right there though. You know? So many have done a full playthrough of Ridge Racer 64, but they aren't able to make the game fun enough. Well, the game being fun enough, I think, will depend on the game though. Most seem to like this game you're playing the most, the ones that like Ridge Racer games enough. I like this one too. Well, that's what I was saying before. This seems to be the most popular Ridge Racer game. My favorite Ridge Racer game is Ridge Racer 7, though it's kind of a tie between Ridge Racer 7 and Rage Racer. To me, both of those games are fantastic. Both of those games are beautiful. I mean, Ridge Racer 7 because it's pretty much like a party of like everything that the previous Ridge Racer games have to offer, and Rage Racer is just because I really love the gameplay of that game. So yeah, but I never play Ridge Racer 64, so I could try, but I can't promise anything. Also, I unlocked the extra car. Good shit. I guess what I could do now is the French story, just to get it out of the way. I really don't like the French story mode. Well, not only because it's the easiest one, so it's a little bit boring because of how easy it is, but you know. I need to get it out of the way. If we want to play through all of the story modes, it should happen.
Ridge Racer Type 4.
Type 4. So let's get that one out of the way. Continue. What you mean continue? What if I put continue, is it gonna continue in the... Oh yeah, in the final of Terrassi. Okay, no, not that one. So this one, the French one. Also, the story of the French team is super boring as well. Basically, this girl that has no idea of driving, but she became a manager just because. It's a shame. Donna Lewis. Donna Lewis. What a game. A name. Okay, so the French car is the H. H, which is the only, well, the only actually no, never mind. The only new manufacturer is Terrassi. H is the same, just like Lizard and Assoluto were in Rage Racer. The only new one is Terrassi, which pretty much replaces Nade. But yeah, let's get this done with. I mean, let's get this over with, I mean. But yeah. Basically, this whole story is about this girl being completely clueless about what's going on. So, especially compared to the previous... story, it's like super weak. It's a shame though, but, you know. It could have done something much better. But you know. Not showing the car. Oh, you mean that they use the front view? I usually don't like using the front view. I prefer using this view. But not just because I like seeing the car, but that's because I've been playing it like this since I was a kid. So, to me, it's like the only way to play it. It has 3 different views. Well, if I play that game, I wouldn't promise you using every single view though. Like, I don't know if that will be the case, really. You never know, maybe. Yeah, I mean for the... Oh, come on. Wow, I went straight to the wall, nice. I got distracted by this car. It's okay, first place is right there anyway, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I mean... If I were to play the Nintendo 64 game, I don't know if I will be able to make the car look like, you know, to show the car from every angle. If I will play it, I will play it with this same angle that I'm playing right here. Wouldn't do anything crazy with it. But you know. But you know, I don't think I will play it anytime soon though. Again, not just because I don't know if the emulator will work, but also because I kinda wanna play other things. But, you know. I mean, what is the game like? As in... If you had to compare Ridge Racer 64 with another Ridge Racer game, what would you say that it's the closest one to that game? Just so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. You know? Like, is it just a port of a PlayStation game? Or is it a completely different game? How does it work? Damn. What an interesting bet. But you know. YouTube has changed ever since January 8th. What happened in January 8th? Did something in particular happen in January 8th? Don't remember anything particular happening January 8th. I don't know how I overtook that, but I'll take it. Now that I see the Pac-Man advertisement, I could play the Pac-Man games. Well, funnily enough, I bought Pac-Man on Steam, the original. So I technically could play Pac-Man legally, just like that. Well, I remember buying it in a pack that had Pac-Man, Galaga, and Big Dog. I never played Big Dog. I don't even know what it is about. Well, yeah, it's about digging. But that doesn't say much, really. From the left. Probably beat another story mode today as well, and leave the hard one for tomorrow, because this one is not gonna be a problem. This one is free. I'm mostly doing it just to unlock the extra car more than anything. Because the challenges against the extra cars are cool. Well, I mean, the one that I just played before, that one was easy, but it was easy because of the track. Most of them are not easy. Museum. Wait. Give me a second. The second place is not close, right? No. I don't even know where the second place is. Namco Museum. I wasn't really talking about Namco Museum though. I was talking about just a bundle of ports that is on Steam that has those three. Namco Museum, like I might have Namco Museum on Steam, but it's not 64. They will be easy, yes, they will be easy, because this is the easy campaign. Of course they will be easy. Clearly.
You've got a new card ready to
I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, really the reason why I'm playing these PS1 games in the first place is because the emulator for the PlayStation 1 is super easy to set up. I usually hate emulators, not because I don't like the concept of an emulator, but because they usually, unless they are very old consoles, they all are so hard to set up, right? I mean, to set up properly. But yeah, like, as I was saying, I usually don't like emulating because of that. But thankfully this emulator, which is DuckStation, is super good. It's super good at being easy to set up. But you know, anything that is PS1 and before PS1, it's usually easy to emulate. Unless it's like an arcade game, like straight from the arcade cabinet, which sometimes can give you trouble. Sometimes, not always, but you know. The thing is that, yeah, for the most part, I usually don't emulate. But I'm planning on playing some PS1 games. Well, I already played the fourth Ridge Racer game that I played on stream. But I was also thinking of playing Gran Turismo probably. The thing about Gran Turismo is that it's too long. That's the issue. So I don't know how good of an idea it will be to play it. Hey, if you're still there, Kyle, can you tell me how many races the first Gran Turismo has? You told me that the second one has 400. But since I will go for the first one first, I would like to know that. Just to calculate. Though 400 races, like assuming that each race takes you 10 minutes, which will be an exaggeration actually. Let's say that each race takes you 5 minutes, and there are 400 races. That will mean 2,000 minutes, and 2,000 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. 2,000 minutes. That will basically be Well, it will be 10 streams minimum. 10 streams minimum. Yeah, that will be very long. Especially for a PS1 game. I don't think I will do that. Namco Museum choose before I search Ridge Racer. Just honestly looking for Namco Museum 64. Well, I don't know about Namco Museum 64, but there is a Namco Museum on Steam that kinda works. Actually, no, wait. That wasn't Namco Museum actually. I think it was Pac-Man Museum. Never mind, I thought it was Namco, but no. It's about Pac-Man only. Yeah, never mind. Never mind, yeah, Pac-Man Museum that basically has all of the Pac-Man games. Well, all. Has some of the Pac-Man games. How close is the car behind me? Not even close. Not even close. You don't feel like playing? Well, if you like racing games, okay. Yeah, no, I personally don't plan on playing those games anytime soon. But you know, I'm sure that there is definitely a lot of people playing those. Or, no, not playing, but that eventually. Playing with my voice Monster Hunter right now, can attend you. No, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I've been doing calculations and it feels like playing Gran Turismo on stream is gonna be a horrible idea. Because it's gonna take so long. And I don't mind, but like, it will be the kind of game that I will have to play when I have nothing else to do. If I were to play Gran Turismo, it will be like 2 weeks of nothing but Gran Turismo. And that's not a good idea, I feel. Particularly. I think that's particularly a good idea. But maybe it is, I don't know. It's so long. And I do remember the Gran Turismo games being long. It's gonna be a problem. Though maybe 1 is not as long as 2. I don't know. But another problem that Gran Turismo has is that even if it's like the early Gran Turismos are obviously pretty arcade-ish in terms of the gameplay. Like, it's still something that, you know, Like it's I don't know. It's not as easy as these games, as arcade as it is, or as arcade-ish as it is. It's nowhere near as easy as Ridge Racer. Like, you actually need to learn the tracks, you need to learn where to brake, you need to learn how to turn, you need to learn things that are not very easy, especially since there are so many circuits and so many cars. And each one of those combinations means a completely different approach. So that's really the main problem. Of doing these races that are so easy is that I'm not really paying that much attention, because I know that a mistake is completely free. You're not gonna get in trouble for making a mistake, you know. Like that when the dialogue comes up, it says mode comment, as if it's a different game mode. I mean, I'm probably gonna make your dream come true, but that's just because it's convenient.
You've got a new card.
I don't know how streamers could make it too hard than what it needs to be. Like what? Are they just bad at playing the game, or what do you mean? What's the problem with them? Wait, what's the name? Licorn? Huh. I think that's supposed to be an N. Every ace driver starts as a beginner. I'm not sure about that. Depends on your definition of beginner.
Real Racing Roots 90.
Real racing roots.
3, 2, 1, go! Here we go. It's time. 3 laps to go.
I really need to remember how to drift. I mean, this car can drift, so it's not like I can do anything about it. I really need to remember how to drift by the time that I get to the drift cars, obviously. And there is an advertisement for Klonoa. Klonoa is another Namco game that I played the demo, but I never played the whole game. But I don't know about it. It's not a bad... I mean, it didn't look like a bad game, but it looked like one of those games that definitely will take some time to beat. Hey Yami, how is it going? You wouldn't... what? Will find picture of for every game and resize crop them? That's not even that hard to do. Well, obviously everyone has their own games to play. Everyone plays the games that they want to play. I'm no exception to that either. Yeah, let's just try to get a perfect win. What you mean, let's try? I'm the one that's gonna get the win. Anyways. And this song is called Your Vibe. That's a cool name. Also, I don't know why that... I don't know if you saw it, but that statue that briefly showed there kinda looked like the Alga, the time Pokemon. Looked like the Alga a little bit. Though obviously the Alga didn't exist when this game released, so if anything the Alga looked like that statue. I wonder what that statue is supposed to be. Yeah, like that one right there, is that a character? Or is that just a random statue they came up with? And it looks like, I don't know. I mean, Namco has so many franchises, some of them that nobody heard about, that it wouldn't surprise me if it was from one of those franchises. Also, they are... In that advertisement there, they were promoting Ace Combat 3. And it makes sense, Ace Combat 3 releasing at the same time of this game. As I say before, both are games that are super based on story. Ace Combat 3 more than this game. So they are both games that like really have more emphasis in story than they have on gameplay. You know. Maybe that's the next game that I could play, Ace Combat. I mean, I could play Ace Combat, but... I feel like it's a game that I didn't play that long ago. I mean, I did play it a long time ago, yeah, but... I feel like it wasn't that long. But yeah, maybe I should play Ace Combat. I mean, it's a better idea than playing Gran Turismo at least. Because Gran Turismo will take a long ass time. Oh, it's fine. There is still one more lap remaining. This is absolutely free. Hear the other guy drifting. I don't see him in my mirror. So the mirror, I mean, this game, as you will expect from a PS1 game, tries to render as little as possible. So I think that when you look at the mirror, the car doesn't appear until it's relatively close to you. So the car might actually be right there, but since it's not close enough, it doesn't appear. Unlike Rage Racer that renders them no matter the distance. But this game, since it has probably better graphics and is way more busy overall, they couldn't afford to render so much in a PlayStation 1, clearly. Also, I disagree. The best games are the most fun. If a game is not fun, it's not good. I think that's pretty simple. I mean, then we could say what game is fun or which game is not fun. But a good game is a fun game. A good game is never a boring game. If a game is not fun, then by definition, it's not good. Everyone looks up to Gilbert in this game. I thought it was just the Japanese guy, mostly because the Japanese guy is supposed to be, well, it was Giuliano's old rival.
Real Racing Roots 99.
And Gilbert is supposed to be Giuliano's father. You know. But apparently everyone knows Gilbert. Well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Gilbert, at this point in time, since it's the Italian team, it's supposed to represent Ferrari. And this was around the time where Ferrari was dominant in Formula 1, so they most likely used the Italian team here. To represent Ferrari. Most likely. That was a bad corner, but it could have been way worse. Surprised I didn't lose way more speed there. But I'll take it. Well, it's okay, I still have a lot of time. The good thing is that, though I don't really remember if the drifting in this game was as automatic as it was in the previous Ridge Racers or not. That's what I don't quite remember. Whoa. Well, see, the thing is, what is a good game or a bad game is not a universal truth. Like, you could say that there are some games that are objectively bad or objectively good, but that doesn't really exist. There is not such thing as something being objectively bad or objectively good when it comes to art. And if you see games as art, that's definitely the case. Obviously, there is a technical aspect. You could say that a game is very impressive technically, but you can never say that a game is objectively good or objectively bad, because it will always depend on your view of the game. Sometimes I am tempted and I say something like a game is objectively bad or not, but that I know that in the end that's not true. It's everything subjective. So in the example that you're giving, Fortnite, yeah, Fortnite is a good game for the people that like Fortnite. The same way that to me this is a good game because I like Ridge Racer. You know? That's the thing. It all depends on what you think. That's the real thing that matters. So if to you a game is a good game and a game is a bad game, that's the opinion that matters. Your opinion. That's the one. And I say you not for anything particular. I'm just saying that yourself, like the opinion of, you know, of that. Like basically, it's all about your own opinion. Everyone else's opinion is not really that important. What important is the opinion that one has. So yeah. So that's the thing. So if to you Ed's game is good, that's what matters. If someone else thinks that Ed's game is bad, then that doesn't matter. Like, it matters for that person, but not for you. The same way that if someone comes here and tells me that The Last of Us is a good game, I don't care because I disagree. But you know, to them it's a good game. To me it's a bad game. But there is no truth to that, to any of those. Because the truth depends on one and no one else. Damn, she got a haircut. I almost forgot about that. She got a haircut to rebel to his father or something. Yeah, but no, I don't think it's like that, because see, here's the thing. As I was saying before, video games are a form of art, right? Or rather, it's more like a combination of arts, so in the end it's still art. And anything that has artistic value, or rather the main purpose is the artistic value, it's something that no one smart enough can tell you that it's good or not, because it doesn't matter how smart they are. Again, it's something subjective. If we were talking about rocket science, then yeah, there is not that much subjectivity there, you know. Like, right there, you probably will need someone smart telling you how everything works, because it's something that it's a science, something that has a specific set of rules, and everything works in a very specific way. And you know, there is knowledge that is objective. But these are video games. Video games are not objective, are subjective, just like a painting, a song, a book, whatever. They are purely subjective things. They are not meant to be objective. So you don't need someone smart or educated to tell you that something is a good game or a bad game. Which is the reason why I say that the only opinion that matters is your opinion, not anyone else's. I mean, obviously, if someone came here and told me, hey, that game that you're playing is bad, I mean, I would probably get pissed. And well, mostly because of how out of place the comment is, rather than the fact that he thinks that I'm playing a bad game. Like, but what I'm trying to say is that if he thinks that it's a bad game, then that's true for him. And it's okay. It's not true for me though. So otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. So yeah. Again, it's subjective. Everything is subjective when it comes to video games. So, I mean, even the programming part of video games a lot of times is subjective. Like when it comes to programming, you can do the same thing in very multiple different ways, right? When it comes to programming, you can achieve the same result doing different things. So even something as rigid as programming is, even that part of video games is subjective. So yeah, it's all about that. Also them, I'm about to lap a car. Well, he's not gonna get lapped, but almost.
But after your owner got sick, we thought the team was in for a serious tailspin. The fact that the owner's pretty granddaughter took over the team this year didn't help your image at all either. You really held up the honor of your owner. Sorry, we thought you were a sad bunch of lightweights. Here's to the owner's family and the team. Congratulations! Viva la France! Viva Team Murray!
You know, I wish the announcer was more clear when he talks, because what he says is always super funny because of how out of place it is. I think that here he says something like everyone thought that your team was fucking garbage or something like that. That's pretty funny. But unfortunately, for some reason, the announcer has a lot of echo. You can barely even hear what the fuck he's saying. Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing. You see that sentence that happened before, that she say you did it with a perfect record, it was so perfect that it was scary? That sentence wouldn't be there if I had used a continue. But as you can see, the only difference is one sentence, nothing else changes. So if I'm not mistaken, I think in the epilogue, like it's implied that she becomes your girlfriend or some shit like that. Basically, it's the most boring story of all of the stories that this game has to offer. And he's 1 year younger than me. Okay. She didn't look younger, I can tell you that. Let's see if I was right or not here. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that him that the epilogue refers to is the player. So I think that, yeah, you pretty much, like, it ends as your girlfriend or some shit like that. Pretty lame ending, really. You know, this was back in the time where they didn't make many female characters interesting. It was very normal for them to not be interesting at all. New decal, yeah. Well, let me do the extra thing. Well, I could save first. But yeah, in any case, I don't know, about what you're saying, Aishi, I don't know, I don't think video games change, it's just people that change. Especially with the coming of the internet. Well, video games change, yeah, but I mean that they didn't change in that way, they just, you know, got more bad shit and more everything, but it's not like it was, you know, an insane change, that the games are so much different than before. Like, I think the core of video games is still the same. Also, the extra car in this race is supposed to be something similar to the little guy in the previous game. Which, by the way, does a very weird sound. Well, not weird, very high pitched. The problem is that I can't make mistakes like that. Well, but the problem is that managing a car like this in a track like this. Yeah, that's the real problem. Managing this car in this track is absolutely painful, to say the least. Well, especially if I jump straight into the wall. He's close, right? He's probably close. Though I'm surprised because he's not faster than me. That's a little bit weird. Why is he not faster than me? Well, whatever. That's better. That's easier for me, I guess. Yeah, but like, I'm fucking up like crazy and he's still not even close. I do think that the sounds I'm hearing is probably him, but it's just insane how much slower it is. I do remember that happened with one of the cars, but I didn't remember it being this one in particular. That's what kinda surprises me. Fuck. Well, this is still not close. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could full brake right now and it will still not reach me. Well, to be fair, Age is supposed to be the easiest manufacturer. I think the reason why this challenge is so easy is because of that. Yeah, you don't even hear him. He's nowhere to be seen. Surprised that I'm hearing those drifts coming from somewhere. It's like that guy is close, but he's not there. Well, that was a very free victory. May as well just handle me the car before the race started. That was super easy. Thanks for the extra car. Don't think it's gonna be very useful though. I should save and let's do one more story mode. Well, I'm gonna do the hard one. Problem is that I'm gonna do the hard one and I'm gonna pick a drift card. So that's the issue. I think the hard one is the Italian one, right? If I'm not mistaken. And the Italian manufacturer I think is Assoluto. Which makes sense because it's an Italian name, but you know.
R4.
Okay. To the Grand Prix. This time. So I should just put start, right? Okay, from the get-go. I don't know why when you put continue and you put out, instead of giving you back to the start or continue screen, they put you here. A little bit weird. So yeah, the Italian team is the one that is hard mode. This is supposed to be the best team canonically. As I say, it's probably supposed to be Ferrari. And this is Old Man Gilbert. It's the only time I will get to voice my opinion, team. So yeah, obviously we're gonna pick Assoluto. And it's called Promesa. That means promise, clearly. So the problem here is gonna be remember how to drift. Okay. Well, in any case, what's important is playing what you enjoy. A shade. That's what truly matters. Okay. And what's important now is knowing how to drift. So, I think this game might have the same way of drifting as the first Ridge Racer, where you need to let go the accelerator and that's it. But I'm not really sure if that was the case or not. Also keep in mind that regardless of the drift, winning races is gonna be harder just because of picking this team. Yeah, okay. That's how it works. It's like the same race, like the first Ridge Racer. It's not like in Race Racer. This one is actually by letting the accelerator go and then pressing it again. That's how it works. Yeah. The problem is figuring out, like, drifting is not what's hard. What's hard is knowing which corners to drift. That's the issue. Knowing exactly which are the corners to drift. That's the main issue. Because there are some corners that you can just brake and it works. Also, even though the drift still follows the logic that it's almost automatic, it's not really fully automatic in this game. Like, the place where you start the drift is super important. You just gotta be careful. Also, will I be able to win this race? I certainly hope so. But I don't know. Damn, do you see what the announcer should say? Take care of this loser. Damn, the announcer really has no chill. Hey, come on, announcer, everyone can hear you. I don't think you're supposed to say that. I mean, that's the funny thing. It's not even like the announcer is supposed to be some team radio. It's supposed to be the announcer of the whole event. Can you imagine that? The announcer saying, take care of this loser. For everyone to hear. No fucking chill. No fucks given. Oh. That was a very convincing... Oh, wait a second. Not that convincing. Look at that guy. That guy is there for blood. It's okay, we still got it. Which is what matters. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be harder than the other attempts, but it should be fine. It should be fine. I think. Come on, dude, what you mean I didn't drive good enough? Well, he says that no matter what you do. Like, winning or not winning, he still tells you that you suck, basically. Well, that way, like, that's basically how it goes for both the Japanese and Italian team. Both the Japanese and Italian team, like, the managers are assholes at the beginning, then they mellow a little bit, but they are still assholes. And then you have the French and the USA team where the team members are always on your side. Now that I think about it, the USA story in this game is not bad. Just that it's... I mean, compared to the Japanese and the Italian one... Wow, they just drove that guy to the fucking wall. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Well, this might be bad though, because with a mistake like that, I don't think I have enough time to get to the first place. Keep in mind that this only has 2 laps, so there isn't much time for anything. That was a weird drift, but it worked. There's still one more corner before the end of the track. But if this asshole will move aside, thanks. Damn. I crash into him and he move aside. How convenient. Unfortunately, I don't see the second place. And I much less see the first place, so that might be a problem in itself. Well, the second place is there. So the question now is where the first place is. Move aside, okay. So first place, I will need you to be somewhere where I can see you. So otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble. Oh, he's there. Okay. So we definitely have enough track to win this. For sure. I mean, should be able to overtake him in the next straight, I think. Problem is that, not if I do that. I think I blew it. I don't think I can overtake him anymore. Or maybe, but it will depend on the last corner. I shouldn't have drifted, damn it. That sucks. I kinda wanna retry this. Yeah, I want to retry. Because the thing is, if you don't get a win, you're not gonna get the best car out of the manufacturer. So really, I need to win, no matter what. Oh, didn't even save. It's okay, we can skip the dialogue, that doesn't matter. We can just completely skip the dialogue without a problem. Damn, that really sucked right at the end. Thankfully you can skip the dialogue without delay, which is very good. Like, I mean, it will be better if you have one button to skip the whole thing, yeah, but you know. Overall, not having to wait is very good. At least this serves as practice. And this will also serve as practice for the next... Well, for the next and last team. That one might be hard, though.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, that was a pretty fast start. Didn't even let the guy behind me even overtake me. That was a good one. I also wonder if I'm gonna be able to perfect, but I don't think I will be able to perfect. I mean, if I already fail like that, perfecting will take some effort. I mean, if I wasn't able to perfect with the Japanese team, though that was because of a very stupid mistake. From the right? No, the left. Wow, really? Hitting me like that? No shame? No shame. Just hitting me for free. Free of charge. And also you will see that even here in this race, that I pretty much didn't fuck up a single time. Just as you can see how the dialogues work, you will see that he still says that. He still says that, oh, you couldn't take all the potential out of the machine or whatever. But he's full of shit. Even if you perfect this, even if you get a war record, it doesn't matter. He will still be a bitch and tell you, no, you didn't use the full potential of the machine. So, that's the issue. Right? Unless I get surprised. Now, yeah, he says the same thing. He says the same thing because he's a dirty liar. Well, the funny thing is that for a lot of actual trainers, like I'm talking about real life trainers, it usually is like that. Like, they usually think that a good motivator is talking shit. That is never a good motivator, no matter what. But it's a common technique. But yeah, it doesn't work. Or rather than it doesn't work, I mean, it might work, but it's not effective. It's kind of like trying to make a campfire with a flamethrower. I mean, you can make a campfire with a flamethrower, yeah, it will work, probably. But, you know, it's not a very effective way of setting up a campfire. You will have a better attempt just, you know, making two pieces of wood friction against each other. I mean, that way you can also avoid, like, you know, burning up the whole forest. Because a flamethrower, I don't think the flamethrower is gonna do a very good job differentiating what a campfire and what the rest of the forest is, you know. But yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't drift on that last corner. I did that in the previous attempt. Oh, you can see in the mirror how the model of the car slowly disappears. That's because of the distance render. It won't render everything. At least we should be more prepared for this one race, hopefully. Okay, you. So why couldn't I overtake this guy before? What was the problem? I don't quite remember what was the problem. And that wasn't really hard at all. I can't believe I didn't do it in the previous attempt. But yeah, as I say before, when it comes to drift style, it's all about knowing the circuit. It's all about knowing which corners you're supposed to drift and which corners you're supposed to turn normally. If you don't know that, you won't win. Or rather, you will win by accident. If you want to, you know, have a better chance at winning, you really need to know when to do it. And the second place was quite close, honestly. But not close enough. So get on. I like the replay theme in the first heat. Sounds so lively and at the same time so chill, right? Okay, what you have to say about that, old man Gilbert? Yeah, I remember this sentence. Like, one of the sentences I remember for this game is this. Like, this is what you would expect from being in this team. And basically, well, yeah, now that I think about it, especially with what Gilbert is saying, yeah, this story is pretty good. This story is pretty cool. And New York? Why are we in New York? Sure. And the car looks cool, at least. Oh, this is the Fatalita. This is the same car that was in Rage Racer. You know, the car that I used to beat the oval at the beginning? It's the exact same car. Yeah, whatever you say, old man Gilbert. I mean, I'm gonna win. And besides, even if I lose, I already have a save that I can use. I can go back to this save in race 1 of Hit 2. So don't worry about it. Yeah. For some reason, this place is in New York. The place called Edge of the Earth is in New York. Oh well, that was close. And this car goes fast. I think it goes even faster than the previous cars that I use here. Nice. A lot of these drifts are gonna be very precise as well, so I need to be careful. At least here we start having 3 laps for each race, so the mistakes are gonna be a lot more forgiving, thankfully. Ah, that was bad. That corner I can definitely do it without drifting. Not the previous one though, but that one, it's definitely possible without drifting. And this one is as well, right? Yeah, this one is for sure. More than enough. It's a new record. It's a little bit weird because the drifts in this game really give you more freedom than in games like Rage Racer, but they are still following a very specific path, you know. Yeah, I think we're in a very good position here. I mean, the first place is right there, and this is the start of the last lap, so Not to mention that we did fuck up once in this race, and it still didn't matter at all. We should be fine. Oh, and I fucked up again there. So yeah, we do have a lot of room for error. But if my memory doesn't fail, the USA campaign is way worse. Like the USA campaign really doesn't let you make almost any mistake. I mean, which is the reason why the game labels it as expert. So yeah. It's still... Still probably not gonna be that big of a deal, I think. But yeah, no mistakes allowed. And the biggest challenge is trying to get a perfect run. Though it's pretty funny to me that the only thing that changes when you get a perfect run is a sentence at the end that says that you got a perfect run, pretty much. So I wonder if the portraits for this game were basically real life photos that were stylized to look like a drawing, or if whoever drew them is super talented, because they pretty much look like low resolution photos. So I don't know if they are literal photos that they were either traced or put a filter on or what, but they look so good. I think it's especially impressive for the time, right? Because I mean, there were a lot of games that had photos in them, and obviously a lot of them look like shit, but it's not like you could put too many pixels in the screen anyways. But this game makes a good show at making it look like a real person, and at the same time making it stylized enough to not look out of place inside of the game. Because there are so many games that I remember that have photos, and regardless of the low resolution or not, like they cut to very like cartoony graphics all of a sudden, right? But in this game, it's not like that. In this game, I think it goes perfect for the tone and the art style of the game. It's very well done. So yeah. Not to mention that they also make a good job at capturing the country that they are from. Like this guy, I will definitely believe that he's an Italian guy. The USA guy, I will also believe that it's from the USA. The Japanese guy looks Japanese, and the French girl also looks like she could be from France. So they also made a good job in that. Like they didn't do a half-ass job with the characters, which is something that, especially for a game like this, it's very common, you know. Because obviously the main focus are not the characters, the main focus is the racing, clearly. We will be starting the second lap. No, I mean the final lap in second place. You should be fine. Should be fine. There is the first place. think we can get this guy, right? I mean, the hardest corner is pretty much that one that I just did. If I can do that without overly fucking up, I should be able to do the rest without a problem. You're back? Welcome back, Kyle. I don't think a drifting was necessary there. Yeah, that wasn't necessary. What did you ask me before? I was asking you... Wait, give me a second. Give me a second because I might lose this one. Fuck. I might lose this one because I think that with a drift at the end, it won't be enough to overtake this guy. Oh, it is, but barely. Damn. Jeez. Oof, that was close. If it wasn't for the fact that I accidentally blocked him at the beginning, I wouldn't have won that. So yeah, what I asked you before is how many races were in the first Gran Turismo, because you told me that Gran Turismo 2 had 400, but I'm interested in knowing the first one. I also like the... I mean, I know that for a lot of you, and obviously to me now, it's obvious. But I like the reflection that it does on perfection. That perfection is impossible to get, and when you think you got it, it slips away, because it's just impossible to reach it. I mean, I know that that's obvious to anyone that, you know, is not a teenager, but I still think that it's a pretty good reflection. Very good teaching. Very good message. And this one is called Infinito. Just like that. I never play GT1, but I can search. Alright, thanks. And look at how... Look at that smile. Look at how happy this old man is. Sure, old man. Don't worry. We got this. We've got this. So the problem here is that before, well, I mean, here if you don't get first place, you won't win, so...
3, 2,
you know, it would be nice if I could get a perfect streak, like winning every race on the first attempt. That would be cool. I mean, it's not necessary if you want to get the best car or anything like that, but it would be cool just to do it. I don't know if I will be able to. I mean, I can attempt to, in the sense that if I don't get first place, I can just reload the save. I can save scum. But I'm not a very big fan of doing that for the most part. Not to mention that, as I say before, this third hit, well, the last hit, the final one, has 3 races in a row without allowing you to save in between. So obviously, it's a matter of, you know, it's a matter of surviving. Also, the problem here is that this track is so short that I might not be able to win. I mean, after all, the second place is there and I don't even see the first place. Keep in mind that winning here is not a choice, like I need to win. It's not that winning here will be just because I feel like winning every race. No, you need to win to keep going. I think the problem were a lot of these drifts that were relatively weak. I'm not gonna win this one, but thankfully you can retire here and we can load the save very easily. That's the good thing. Since it's the first race. For the other ones it's gonna be more painful, but for this one we can choose reload and there is no issue. After all, we have the save file right there. I wouldn't really count this as saves coming, considering that is the start anyways. I don't know why the save is before they show the car. It should be after they show the car. Because it's not like the car can change whether you like it or not, you know? Yeah. Same dialogue. Let's do it. But yeah, I will say that this track is probably the hardest of the bunch. Just the hardest of the bunch. Because of how damn short it is. In fact, I'm surprised this is not one of the first tracks. I mean, a track this short as the 5th track feels a little bit weird, but you know, that's fine by me. This being a short track also means that the attempts are gonna be shorter as well, obviously. Ooh, that was close. So the key is this corner. That corner, what is super easy to do is to drift very late. But as long as you drift early, you should be fine. Can't fuck up that corner. Problem is that that corner is very, like, I can't drift because drifting there will be wasting a lot of time, but at the same time it's not a clean, not natural corner, you need to brake. I'm surprised that I still cannot do it faster like how I did it with... Well, I'm assuming that's the Terrassi car, probably, the one that has that 35-second record. Most likely. Oh, come on, how is this guy ahead of me? Oh, man. Yeah, that should have been a drift. Fuck. Fuck this truck. It's okay, we got this. Around 150 plus the special one like endurances. Yeah, I remember in the Gran Turismo 1 there being endurances that were like, you know, were like 50 laps long. Yeah, that's the problem, dude. I don't think that it's gonna be a good idea to... I don't think it's gonna be a especially good idea to stream Gran Turismo, because it's gonna take so long. I know that I don't need to do everything, but I feel that if I'm gonna play Gran Turismo, I most likely would like to do everything. Like, I wouldn't want to leave it half-ass, you know? So that's my issue. But yeah, that's the thing. I do want to play it, but if I play Gran Turismo, as I say, it's basically gonna be nothing but like it's gonna be 1 week that it's just gonna be full of Gran Turismo. Minimum. 1 week minimum. And I don't mind that, but especially for something like Gran Turismo, I don't know. I don't know if it's the best idea. And again, like, it's not just the fact that it will be repetitive to watch or whatever. Problem is that I will probably want to play something else, right? Like playing the same game on stream for a long time, something that I usually don't like to do. Usually. Like I usually just prefer to stream short games, you know. This guy is right behind me. He's right there, chilling. Oh, but I got him. There you go. Ooh, that took some time. Well, at least I got a new record in this track. On the second lap. Got your ass. Okay, but thankfully after this track, there is no other short track. Which could be a good or a bad thing, really. And here is where the plot twist happens. He calls the manager of the Japanese team the Grim Reaper because he's the one that took Giuliano out. I guess well, I'm actually not sure if Giuliano is supposed to be the son of Gilbert or if he's just supposed to be a team member. I think it's his son, but that's a detail I don't remember. I'm almost convinced that it's his son, and it's the reason why he's so shocked that pretty much the guy responsible for the accident entered the tournament. Nice overtake. It was a weird drift, but I'll take it. Got your ass. Oh, this sham? No, that's fine. Thankfully, it seems that in this game there aren't that many shams that can make you kiss a wall. There are still some, and it obviously also depends with which car you drive a specific race. I mean, the Grand Prix basically, if you only play Grand Prix mode, you will never race in a slow track using a fast car. But if you play the other modes, you will. And if you do that, that can be a problem. Because those shams could definitely happen. Those sorts of shams to the fucking wall. They can definitely happen. But at least I think that in this game it's not as offensive as in Rage Racer. Like in Rage Racer, like it will happen. Wait, why didn't I drift there? Oh, that was weird. The drift didn't trigger. I probably didn't take the finger away enough. I do remember that's something that kinda happened in this game. That sometimes you took the finger away, but you do it so fast that it doesn't register. Thankfully we have a full lap after this, so it doesn't matter. It's insane the difference, right? Like in the previous race, you were always so close to losing. But in this race you have so much time that even after a fuck up as big as that one, I still have a huge advantage to win. Well, I don't know if I should call it huge, really, because this guy is right behind me. I probably shouldn't be... yeah, I shouldn't say huge, okay, my bad. I should take back what I said. That's because he's faster in the corners, I think. So he shouldn't overtake me now. Should be fine. Oh, I think, yeah, he's still pretty close though. Like the first place in these races are not a show. So the next track is the one that has 4 corners, 2 on each side. So that could be hard. At least the corners there, for the most part, are very obvious which ones are drifts and which ones are not. But it's still pretty much the hardest track in the game, the next one. And this is where he starts to worry about you. I guess that's the reason why the Japanese and the Italian story are the best ones here. Because it's pretty much someone that starts as an asshole and afterwards actually worries about you. So that's pretty cool, I will say.
Real Racing Roots 99 in Heaven.
Real Racing Roots 99.
2, 1, go!
Alright, Real Racing Roots. Obviously the 4 corners, actually not the 4 corners, now that I think about it. Yeah, not really. I just realized there are some of these corners that are not a full drift. Damn, that was crazy. I'm not taking the old man's Gilbert's advice. He told me to be careful. That I'm being anything but careful here. It's okay. Don't worry, old man, these cars are indestructible and I'm unkillable. So don't need to worry for a tragedy happening. Thankfully, cars are made out of titanium, and so is my school apparently. That one is also made out of titanium. Yeah, I don't think that corner is a drift though. If that's not a drift, I don't know what it is, cause it looks very, very sharp. Looks like the kind of corner that you just have to be super careful about. Oh, speaking of being careful, and that's bad. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to win this race on the first try. It's okay. I mean, I still have 3 attempts. I don't really want to reload the save, honestly, so I'd rather conform myself with using the continue. Though I don't know if using the continue affects the last car you get or not. That's something that I'm not sure, and if it affects the car, that will be very bad. Hopefully not. Just in case, I'm gonna try to not fuck up here. Yeah, I guess you can avoid drifting there, but it's still very slow if you don't drift. I fear for the first place. I feel like the first place is gonna be so hard to... Oh, especially if I do that. Damn it. That was such a bad corner. Yeah, I don't think the first place is gonna happen at this rate. It's okay though. Keep it cool. That corner in particular is super hard to do. Okay, the first place is there. I don't think it's as close as I would want though. It feels way too far, considering that we are so close to the end of the race. What the fuck? Well, that was interesting. Yeah, that's the issue now. It's gonna be right next to me, and this corner... Oh, damn. I actually got it. Whew. Damn. That was nerve-wracking. I thought for sure I was gonna lose, but I actually got it. Whew. These races are intense. And if these races are intense, imagine how intense the hardest difficulty is gonna be. That's probably gonna take some time. Who do you think you are, he said. Old man wants to be alone? That's fine. Don't worry about it. So here. Well, this is probably gonna be a little bit challenging. Even if you're supposed to do nothing but go full speed, this is still gonna be a challenging race. We got the new car that also looks like a racing prototype. It's the Squallon. If I'm not mistaken, this... I'm not sure actually. If that's the fastest normal car of the game, I'm not sure. 186 miles per hour. Don't know how much that is in kilometers. I don't think that's a very good thing to say before a race. Come back alive. Yeah, I don't truly think that's the best thing you could say. Come back alive. Why the confidence you are inspiring in me. Shit, don't die. How is it going, Yannick? Well, to be fair, this guy apparently saw his son dying. So, in a racing incident. So he's a very emotional game, dude. Again, as I was saying before, especially the Japanese team ending, I think what makes it the most emotional is that the epilogue happens in the new millennium. What's very emotional is how I fucked up. That is indeed very emotional. But it's emotional, not in the happy kind of emotional. It's okay. Yeah, I think actually with that mistake I might not be able to win, but we can give it a try. I don't know why I wanted to go so close, but I think it is true that if you go super close to the inner side of the corners in this particular track, you go faster. In this particular track, the rest I don't think it really changes that much. Came back from a graduation ceremony? From your graduation ceremony? Or someone else's? Well, regardless, congratulations to whoever graduated. What did they graduate on, by the way? Cousin? I see. What were they studying? That's the first place. I think I can get first place. Yeah, I definitely can get first place. For sure. But it's obviously gonna be a matter of not fucking up more than anything else. Well, I actually crashed there, but it didn't do much, or as much as I thought it would do. Okay, so I'm already first. So the only way this guy could overtake will be if I fuck up here. Which I could, but I'll try not to, if it's possible. There you have it. Nice. And we actually got a perfect Grand Prix. We won every single race. Electric engineering, damn. That's a good one.
Excellent! Picture perfect finish by Team Solo. Everyone knew you'd leave the competition in the dust. Even I knew it was meant to be. That's right, this race was an all-or-nothing game for you. If you didn't win the championship in the Grand Prix, your team would have lost everything. You kept your grace under pressure and really came through with flying colors. Your team should really be called Team Speed. So let's celebrate your victory. A toast to the #1 speed king in the world. A toast to the spirit of Italian racing.
If you had lost this, you would have lost everything. This announcer really has no chill, dude. Though I think that the most offensive dialogue of this announcer is in the USA team ending. I think on that one says that everyone thought you were washed up. Like, it's so fucked up. Also, that was a new record. But yeah, congratulations on the electric engineering. Good stuff. That's not easy to get. That's a very complex degree. What is this guy gonna have to say about my perfect streak, since he likes perfection that much? So, when does this guy say that Giuliano was his son? Does it say it in the epilogue, or am I projecting my own headcanon? Yeah, okay, it says it here, so I was right. So basically I spoil you the biggest plot twist. Oops. The problem is that I say that because I thought that they said that in the Japanese epilogue. Well, not in the epilogue itself, but I thought that they said it in the story somewhere around there, but they actually didn't. They say it here. And I say that I wasn't gonna spoil. Damn it. But yeah. Basically, it's his son, Giuliano, that he lost because of the manager of the Japanese team, that I forgot his name, but he lost it in that accident, which is the reason why when he reads his name in the newspaper is that, damn, this asshole is back, he's gonna kill this driver now. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it's, I mean, I know that you might find it lame, but I find it a very emotionally charged game, this one. Especially with the Japanese and the Italian story mode. They are very cool to me. So yeah. I mean, now seeing them like this probably is like, who gives a shit or whatever, right? But when I played it for the first time, definitely was impactful. Come on, bro. Yeah, and the worst part is that it's probably the most important spoiler. Though you can probably connect the dots before he tells you that Giuliano is his son. You know, like eventually you will come to the realization that Giuliano is Gilbert's son. Or at least you will guess. Well, as long as you play the Japanese story first, and you meet that guy that mentions Giuliano. Anyways, let's do the wait, can I? Huh? What you mean I can't do the assoluto? Are you kidding me? Did I not unlock the car? But I won. Did I load instead of saving, or did I save? No, I'm pretty sure I saved, right? Because why is the car not unlocked then? Or was I stupid enough? No, I'm pretty sure I saved. Right? I mean, I could recheck that. But then, it doesn't... Huh. It doesn't show us if I unlock the assoluto cars? Why not? What's the problem? They don't show in the garage? I mean, it shows the... Yeah, it shows this ones. Yeah, but the... Huh? I got scam! I got 100% scam! Are you shitting me? What the hell? Do I need to redo that last race again? Like, maybe I was dumb enough and I pressed load, but I don't think I pressed load. Did I? I mean, just in case I'm gonna do it again, but that's weird. Did I?
You've got a new card ready to...
Maybe just in case I shouldn't save. I probably should, in case I accidentally load. But yeah, that's weird. That was a little bit weird. I think that happened to me once. Not sure, yeah, I'm not sure either. Like, I remember that happening to me with one car, but did it really happen, or did I dream about it? Well, then again, doing this race is gonna be easy, so it's not necessarily a problem. I also wonder, well, that's definitely the top record. Like, that 29 seconds and 460 milliseconds, it's definitely yeah, that's definitely the top record. Maybe it didn't unlock it because I exited the Grand Prix in the middle of it, but that shouldn't count, right? We'll be surprised if that counts. I don't know. You suck of shit. Move out of the way, damn it! You're supposed to be a shover. That was weird though. Great, huh? Was it because I skipped the credits? No, but I already skipped the credits in the previous campaign, so that shouldn't be the case. It will be pretty sad if I press load like a fucking moron though. Definitely be quite sad, but yeah, the only way of knowing that will be watching the replay. But it might be that sometimes the cars just decide to not unlock. I don't know. That will be weird, but it will happen. I mean, after all, keep in mind that this is the era of games where if a game has a bug, or if a game released with a bug, it will have that bug forever, unless they somehow decide to release an updated version later, which sometimes happens, but you know, it usually is not the norm. If there is a bug, in one of these games, it's gonna be there forever. Updates through the internet didn't exist in 1998. At least not in consoles. They might have existed on PC maybe, though I kinda doubt it, but it's possible. Keep it cool. It's okay, bro, I'm not gonna fuck up. Surely I'm not. Damn, I almost fucked up there though. But at least the guy is so far behind me that it really doesn't matter. Okay, so what's the deal here? Well, at least you can skip the replay. But yeah, I mean, what's the issue here? Can I unlock the car? I mean, that's the same trophy. That's exactly the same trophy. Yeah, I'm perfect, thank you, whatever. Feels kinda bad to skip the epilogue, but I already seen it. I already seen the epilogue. I already seen the credits. So, here. See, the message that you unlock a new car in the garage doesn't appear. That's the issue. Well, that's a shame, because that will mean that there is no extra challenge for us. Well, I don't know what's the game's problem, but we don't have any Assoluto card, which means that we won't be able to, you know, won't be able to do the extra Assoluto challenge, which fucking sucks, but I mean, it's not my fault. I won the tournament and, you know, it's the way it is. So, yeah. It's most likely a bug. I do remember something similar happening to me when I play this, but damn, that fucking sucks. I mean, I'm gonna check the replay just to see if I press load, just in case that's the problem, but I'm pretty sure that's not the problem. I don't know what's the problem. But in any case, that doesn't matter. That's gonna be it for me for the day. So tomorrow we're gonna do the last story. The last story, which is the USA campaign. And, well, that will be it, I think, for this game. So, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with more R4. So have a good one, and take care, everyone.